If I was what you guys are calling me, then why would the case get dropped? Why is it over with? Because it was lies and it's untrue and it was a way for someone to get out of their contract. So, yeah, I never did anything to anybody. You guys can believe what you want. It's not even worth me responding. But at the end of the day, the court documents.
Things are getting wild with Jack Doherty right now. There's noise everywhere about a restraining order being put on him, and the people who used to make the most money under him are dropping him one after another like it's a race. It's turning into a whole meltdown right in front of everyone's eyes. But that's not even the end of it. The women who worked with him are teaming up, getting organized, and bringing in lawyers to take another look at the contracts he pushed them into signing. And those contracts, they pretty much handed Jack a huge chunk of their earnings, which is exactly why people are fired up about it now. The whole situation is looking rough for him, and the pressure is getting louder by the minute. So let's jump straight into this. The first clip I want you to see shows Jack Doherty lining up his OAF women on a couch. And the whole vibe is uncomfortable. They look drained, stressed, and honestly just done with the whole situation. One of them looks extremely young in the clip, but to keep it real and respectful, her age is unclear, so nobody should be making assumptions about her being underage at all. Now check out this next clip, and then we'll break it all down together. So the text is tough to read because it's basically white letters on a white background, but she's saying, finally getting away and wanting to share my experience on surviving Jack died. That alone already sounds intense. In the next clip, she talks about how she knows she'll probably get legal papers delivered to her door within 24 hours.
Jack, yeah, I'm done with him.
You should wait. Why?
I can't talk about it.
I saw you asking about Camilla's lawyers. I did see that. What about Colby?
Yeah.
Oh, she's still cool with him? Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But she doesn't care, and she says he should come sue me because she's ready to be the karma he never expected. That confidence is wild. You can clearly see there's a full-on rebellion happening now, even from the women who used to be his biggest earners. This specific woman is what people usually call a top earner, someone who brought in huge money for him. And the term she's jokingly comparing herself to comes from the show South Park, where they use the phrase bottom for certain types of workers. That's the quote she's referencing, so we're keeping it exactly as a quote for accuracy. But here's the real twist. She's not standing with him anymore. She went live to talk about everything, saying straight up that she's done with him and not going back. The energy in her voice says she's serious, and the whole vibe feels like she finally snapped out of the whole situation.
If it was what you guys are calling me, then why would the case get dropped? Why is it over with? Because it was lies and it's untrue and it was a way for someone to get out of their contract. So, yeah, I never did anything to anybody. You guys can believe what you want. It's not even worth me responding. But at the end of the day, the court documents say otherwise.
Why is he saying the court order didn't go through? So there was no case to begin with. I was seeking protection, which I got. So that's all I'm going to say about it.
Now take a close look at the image on the left, because that's where things start getting even more interesting. So this guy shows up on camera for maybe 10 seconds. And for 8 of those seconds, he's playing with his hair the exact same way Jack Dye does. It's almost like she has a specific type she keeps going back to. That same broccoli-style haircut and that same hair-twirling vibe. It's honestly wild to see the pattern so clearly. But let's keep it moving. I didn't even know about this part, but apparently he had a temporary restraining order placed on him back in April. And that shocked me because I've talked about this guy so many times, yet this slipped right past me. But there it is, in plain sight. He was officially served with a restraining order. No guessing needed. So when he tries to say nothing happened or that there's nothing going on, that just doesn't match the paperwork at all. Now, I'm not sure what the update is on that restraining order today, but the fact that it existed at all says a lot. It shows there was definitely tension and serious issues behind the scenes, no matter what he tries to claim publicly. For this next part, you need to know who's who. On the left, we've got McKinley, who is Jack Dye's ex-girlfriend. She's the one who filed that restraining order against him, so her role in this whole situation is huge.
Oh my gosh, stop. Doors. I hope I don't need them. But if I do, maybe. I hope I don't. Because this is so messy. Come on, buddy. She's trying to make me need lawyers. She's trying to make me.
On the right, you've got Tamu McKinley, his current girlfriend, who also goes by Christina, and she's now tied up in the storyline too. Now there's a third person in this mix named Camilla, and she's stepping in with a whole different level of energy. She's trying to bring in lawyers for all the women who worked under Jack Doherty, so they can finally push back against those contracts people are calling predatory. That move alone is shaking things up in a major way. And it looks like Camilla ended up getting into the ear of Timo McKinley, because suddenly Timo made a big decision. She's dropping Jack Doherty completely. That switch up hit fast, and it definitely says something loud. Now, I would honestly love to get a look at these contracts myself, because you can't just throw anything you want into a contract and expect it to stick. If something inside that paperwork is illegal, then the whole thing becomes useless. And any real lawyer would catch that instantly. A solid attorney can break down every line and figure out exactly what can be challenged or tossed out.
Camilla with a galaxy. Oh, this is messy. That's messy. That is so messy. That is so messy, guys. That is so messy. That is so messy. Willow's in here too. Oh my god, I have everyone. Wait, I love this so much. Are you mad? Because people keep harassing my family. It's annoying. They're like sending like threats and stuff like that, and it's really annoying.
The problem right now is that none of these contracts have actually leaked, so we don't know what's written in them yet. It's all behind closed doors, which makes the situation even more mysterious and messy. But things are finally starting to move in a better direction. People are getting lawyers. They're standing up for themselves, and they're pushing back hard against whatever Jack Doherty had going on. That shift alone shows that the pressure is rising and folks aren't staying quiet anymore. So it seems like the moment someone decides to push back against him, they suddenly start getting these strange, aggressive phone calls and threatening emails. It's like the pressure magically turns up the second they stop doing what he wants. And that pattern is looking real suspicious. There's also a clip floating around where he's straight up yelling at one of the women who used to work with him. And the whole thing is uncomfortable to watch. She's standing her ground, telling him she's not about to trail behind him like some kind of lapdog, and she sounds fed up for real. Check this out, because the energy in that moment says everything.
Me, how can I walk away from you? That's what I'm saying. Like, all you have one job is just to follow me.
No, I'm not gonna
True.
Should rock that shit tonight.
Yeah. So then what am I gonna do? Sit there and follow you?
I'm not gonna sit there and follow you. I'm not your little.
You're just gonna do nothing. That's what you're saying.
No, but you can tell us like, hey guys, I'm leaving.
Now, if all that didn't already make things look bad, there's another clip that takes it even further. It shows that he supposedly put a tracker inside a bag he gave to McKinley so he could keep tabs on where she was going. That kind of move is seriously alarming, and it crosses into a whole different level of control. And here's the thing, I don't even know how something like that could be legal, especially when there was already a restraining order involved. The whole situation raises major questions, and none of them make him look good at all. So after people started calling him out, Jack Doherty jumped online and made a whole video trying to explain things away. He claimed that somebody supposedly stole one of his AirTags and slipped it into the bag without him knowing. The timing of that excuse is wild, and it really feels like he's trying hard to dodge any responsibility, especially when there could be legal consequences on the line. And remember, this isn't happening in a vacuum. He already had a restraining order tied to his name, so this kind of situation isn't something he can just shrug off with a random story. The whole thing looks shaky, like he's scrambling to rewrite the narrative before it gets worse. I'm seriously curious what everyone thinks about this, because the explanation he gave doesn't exactly sound rock solid. Check out this clip and decide for yourself. There's also a clip going around showing Jack Doherty at an airport, standing in line just like everyone else. No private jet, no security detail, nothing special at all. But honestly, I don't know how true that is, because sometimes he posts things on purpose just to get attention and keep people talking about him. So it might be real, or it might just be another stage moment. Either way, it definitely had people buzzing. But let's call it what it is. His whole empire is cracking from every angle right now. The women who worked with him are getting lawyers. They're pushing back, and the structure he built is starting to slide apart fast. It's only a matter of time before the situation hits him where it hurts the most, and that day looks closer than ever. People love to clickbait and say he's already broke, or he's already homeless, and that part isn't true yet. But let's be real, the direction he's heading in makes that outcome look very believable down the road. His whole setup is wobbling, and once the legal stuff hits full force, it's going to get even messier. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because there's a lot more coming, and you don't want to miss what goes down next. I'll see you in the next one.